Zimbada-da-ba-dum-da-da-dee-da-da-doo. Zombada-da-da-da-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-da-da-da-doo. Ah. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or, if you are new to the channel, hey there, and welcome to ya. My name is JGuard01, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the worlds of virtual, and I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to Guardian Studios and the Guardian Studios experience. Hey there, Leo. Good to see you, man. Hey, thank you for the rules. Thank you for welcoming me back. Sorry I've been away for so long, guys. I was still feeling very under the weather. If you guys saw the last stream I did before disappearing again, or the last couple of streams I did before disappearing again, I was still not feeling great, and life got in the way of my being able to stream in tandem with that. So I've been away, but I'm back, and I'm ready to do some fun stuff. I am very much ready to get some fun going here on Galabor once again. And probably to get rid of this, because this clearly is not working as a means of getting all the wood moved around. Good grief. What did I really think I was going to accomplish by installing this? And just what did I think I was going to achieve? It honestly does not make any sense, my having had this in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove that thing. I've actually got a plan at this point that... Oh, I'm feeling much better now, Leo. I mean, I've still got a bit of a cough going on, but I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Oh my goodness. So much better than I was. You know, I'm kind of thinking I want to build a tree over here. A somewhat big tree. Not super big. I've learned my lesson that big trees are not my forte. But I'm thinking of building one over here that's big enough to be able to serve as the storage house specifically meant for all my wood. Because, as you could see in that little machine back there, I've got a ton of logs that I've got to find somewhere to put, and I can think of no better place to have them than in a tree. See, I'm thinking what I'll end up doing. I think what I'll do for the tree, too, if I may take a moment to talk about it, is I'll set up a wall, or maybe a spiraling pathway down. I'll figure out a way to set up a system that'll rely entirely on copper golems to organize all the wood in specific chests, and I'll even have the system open up for all the different kinds of planks and stairs and slabs, fences, fence posts. Pardon me. That way, as I craft up those bits, they'll go where they need to go to be properly organized. Yeah, I figure that'll be a nice idea there. Pardon me. Let's see here. Put that on there. And put that... I gotta get that in there, too. So that they'll at least empty out. Wow. I just can't believe there's that much. That's kind of nuts. But there's seriously that much wood in there? That's just crazy. There we go. Alright, gonna need to run into the house, jump in bed for a minute. Pardon me. Man. I did not realize just how much stuff I already had. It's kind of crazy. Just one more check to make sure if any of it will go in. Nope. Alright. So yeah, definitely want to do that tree-style storage silo I was thinking of at some point. Excuse me. With the understanding it's going to be specifically for trees. For wood. I'll tie these little guys off. That way I don't have them flying around, getting in my face. I'm not really in the mood for dealing with that if I don't have to. Pardon me. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Good to see you, my dude. Glad you could make the stream, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? You doing good? I hope so. I truly hope you're doing good. I hope you've been doing good. Hope you are doing good. Hope you continue to be doing good. And I hope everybody is doing good. Let's see here. Obviously, if I do build that tree storage thing, I'm gonna have to make sure I have. I'm gonna have to make sure I have somewhere to put all the saplings too. But that'll be easy. That'll be easy. I'm glad to hear that, Ryan. And thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Finally back from being sick and life being a bit of a mess for a little bit there. Pardon me. Sadly, still got a bit of a cough going on. I'm hoping that that'll go away soon. I'll grant you, it's being a persistent little pain in my neck, this cough, but I am fairly confident that it will go away at some point soon. Now let me see. What are we doing this session? Honestly, I think my plan for this session is to focus in on basically what I need to do to make sure I've got the supplies I need for all the projects I have in mind. Excuse me. Well, thank you, Ryan. Like I said, I am a lot better than I was. Just not quite 100% yet. Not quite 100% yet. But I'll get there. I'll get there. But I am finally well enough that I feel comfortable doing streams again. Hopefully this time it'll last. Life is just a big old hectic mess. You never know what's gonna crop up. Ow. I'm okay. Now, let's see here. Are the crops even ready? Well, most of them are, so I guess that's good enough. Hey, hello, Aura, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I totally get that. It's late where you are, Ryan. So, hey. Here's hoping I see you on the next session, man. Thank you for being here to welcome me back. I appreciate it. And yeah, Aura, thank you very, very much for saying that. I appreciate it. Been working on this base for, I think, a few months now. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of it. Excuse me, pardon me. Go ahead and plant all of the crops back. Just want to do a quick harvest of all the crops to make sure that we've got them all. Hey. Oh, you're not leaving? You're not leaving? Okay. I didn't realize that you weren't... Okay. I'm glad you're sticking around, Ryan. I appreciate it. From the way you were talking, it sounded like you were going to be hitting the sack. You know, getting some sleep. Which I wouldn't have blamed you if you did end up leaving to go do that, but... I'm glad you're sticking around. I appreciate that. I had to saw something. Do I even have anywhere to put all these crops? I don't think I do. No, I think I have just made a mistake. I've got way too many crops here. Way too many crops. My goodness. I did not realize just how much stuff I already had. This is kind of nuts. Because look up here. And in here. And even in here. What's this bamboo doing here? Oh, right. I was farming bamboo here. Alright, Ryan. Hey, fair enough. And Aura, thank you for wishing me to get well. I appreciate that, man. I truly do appreciate that, my friend. What is an egg doing in there? Would have been kind of funny if that egg had hatched. I throw it at the cow and it hatches. That would have been hilarious. Pardon me. But no, seriously, that would have been funny as all get out. I mean, come on. That would have been the ultimate reason to laugh. I just want to make sure all this stuff gets put away if it can. If it can't, then I need to figure out how I'm gonna move things around so that it can get put somewhere. I should move all this stone stuff out. Now the seeds, I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and dump those in the bone meal maker. Whoops, that's not the bone meal maker. I want to put them where they actually are meant to go. Darn it. What's in here? Nada. Some stuff I gotta move. And some stuff that's gotta be moved. Alright, give me those seeds. Give me the seeds. Give me the sticks. Give me the saplings. What about over here? What's over here? Stuff. Birch log. Sugarcane. Alright, let's put the sugarcane in there. And let's go get rid of these seeds and move these sticks. One day I may do that, Aura, but I can't promise that it's going to happen anytime soon. We'll see. Hey, I know how that feels, Ryan. I know that feeling. And thank you for subscribing, Aura. Thank you very much for subscribing. Now, let's go swap my tools back out. There we go. That's my tools swapped. I actually haven't looked in here in a while. Do I have any ore processed? Whoa, okay, yes I do. My goodness. That's cool. Do I have any ore waiting to be processed? Nope. Wait, let's double check. Are we sure? Yes, we're sure, because there's none in the system. Good. Let's go put this processed metal where it goes. In the machine that processes it. And there's the spot for gold. There's the one for iron. And here is the one for copper. Oh yeah? You thinking of doing that? How are you gonna do that? Are there programs that can convert Bedrock worlds to Java? I seriously hope there are. I wouldn't want you to have to hand build the whole thing again. You made so much progress. I wouldn't want you to lose any of that. Pardon me. I just realized I still had some more crops in here to harvest. Interesting. I may have to look into that, because it'd be good to have a a Java Edition backup of some of my worlds, you know? Yeah, thinking on it, that would actually be a good idea. Would open up some room for some ideas that I have. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that program. Chunker, you say? Definitely sounds interesting. Appreciate the respect there, Ryan. Alright, grab some carrots, some wheat. I haven't done this in a while, but I want to go ahead and feed my pigs and my cows. Besides, I gotta put some of this crop stuff to use anyway. Yeah, it's not infinite, Aura. It is far from infinite. But I will say it is pretty big. It is fairly big. I'll grant. Scoop out all this wool. Why am I not getting any pink wool all of a sudden? I guess the pink sheep just hasn't gotten any grass to eat in a while. That's all I can think. It hasn't regrown its wool in a bit. Well, I'm glad the storm's moving on, Ryan. I'm very glad to hear the storm is moving on. You shouldn't have to be dealing with storms in the first place. Not as far as I'm concerned, anyway. What are all these? This is my channeling trident. This one is Riptide. No mending yet. And this is my perfected loyalty. I don't consider channeling part of a perfected loyalty trident because channeling is only really necessary when you're dealing with channeling is only really necessary when you're dealing with things that require lightning rods or when you're dealing with charged creepers. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that number where it is for now. Let's see. Wow, I got a couple of items that I need to organize here. Hadn't realized that some of this stuff needed organization. I need to put these turtle eggs somewhere safe. At some point, I've got to set up a... gotta set up somewhere that I can farm these things, the turtles. I had briefly considered the idea of doing a shelter around a cove with a iron bar net out in the ocean to keep the turtles from traveling away from the beach. But oh yes! That would be the Blue Rogue. That would be my original base from the first world that I ever did on this channel. Allow me to give you a bit of a tour. So, where we are right now is my Hobbit hole. My main Hobbit hole. In the area I have dubbed Hobbit's Cape, because there is a landmass called a cape nearby. Originally, I was calling this area Hobbit's Cove, and I think you'll see why once we get out here. See? There's land over there, and it kind of forms a semicircle. Not a semicircle. Oh, yeah, kind of a semicircle. But that is the Blue Rogue. Yeah, I've had people say stuff like that before. Well, here's hoping if any more storms do come, Ryan, They're quick, they're brief, and they are non-damaging. Yeah, this is the Blue Rogue. She's been tweaked around a little bit since her original iteration, but this is the ship that I built as my first ever base on my first ever YouTube streaming world. And I love it. Need to get up here and place a torch at the top. Hang on. There we go. That feels right. Oop. And would you believe that everything that I've built on this world I've done without the use of shulker boxes? Oh, the Wither Storm. Yeah, let's not even consider that thing. As an idea for a world boss event, pretty good. As an idea of something you have to deal with, oh, keep that thing way away from me. Yeah, shulker boxes help out a lot, but I haven't gone to the end yet. That's part of the thing. This world, I have not gone to the end at all. No Ender Dragon fight, no Elytra, and no shulker boxes. In fact, I'm kind of giving myself a rule where I don't want to use the Elytra, even if I get a hold of a set of Elytra wings. I don't want to use them. Because if I use them, any other means of transportation is going to feel empty and dull. And it's going to end up making the world feel like it's finished well before its time. Well, I wouldn't say a peaceful world. This ain't peaceful mode. This is hard mode. But yeah, just a basic, chill survival world. That's all I want. Thankfully, that's what I've got. Eventually, I've got to corral all these items from all these chests. One day, I plan on building a base where I can have a big automatic storage system using a mixture of copper golems, water streams, and hopper chains and such. A short time back, I found a design for a copper golem storage system that is supposed to be basically the best kind you can make, in that everything you put in is going to be organized, but I don't know how much I trust that. Gotta get these seeds out of me. Nice. Bone meal maker is in full activity. Well, making one with redstone components is actually pretty simple. I've kind of got something similar built up down here if you want me to talk you through it real quick. If you're doing a redstone-based item filter, it's actually really simple and straightforward. But doing it right can be a little bit of a hurdle. Yeah, redstone can be very frustrating, especially when you are trying to figure it out for yourself. And I would know, because I tried figuring it out for myself. I hated it. That is so funny, Ryan. Oh my goodness, dude. That is just funny. I'm still trying to decide if I want to put in a wall, change this wall up so that I can have copper golems in here just running around sorting whatever goes into this space. That may not be a bad idea, though. Oh, that's right. One of these sets of cobblestone is renamed Throttle Stone because I was using it as a filter item. If you rename an item something else, then it won't stack with other items of that kind unless they also have the same name. So it makes it a lot less likely that I'm going to have anything move into the system where it shouldn't and clog it up. Well, throttle seemed to fit with machinery. The first thing I thought of when I thought machine was engine, and then I thought throttle. And so, I came up with Throttle Stone. And I know, it's kind of goofy, but I liked it, so I stuck with it. I need to finally move some stuff, set up some stuff so that I've got copper golems down there in the vault room. That room that we were down in for a minute there, with the chests along one wall, and there were hoppers coming down one side of the way back up and out of it. That's the vault. That's where all my valuable stuff is going. Once I get things properly organized, anyway. I actually have ancient debris. I've got some ancient debris to answer your question there, Aura. Unfortunately, ancient debris by itself doesn't really do anything. You gotta get a netherite upgrade, and I ain't got a netherite upgrade. See, I've got 24 netherite scrap. That would be enough for, I believe, 6 items to get upgraded. My chest plate, my leggings, my boots, my pick, and my sword, most likely, are going to be among those items. And then a diamond helmet will likely get an upgrade to netherite as well. But not quite ready to do that yet. Because in order to do that, I have to go to the nether and deal with the Bastion Remnant. And I'm not really ready to do the Bastion Remnant. Alright, hang on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta double check that I've got enough water for the stream. Be right back. I'm back. And yeah, what Ryan said is true. The Nether and I do not get along at all. I despise going to the Nether. The Nether is a pain in my neck, and I never want to go there if I can avoid it. I still say they should make it so that goat horns can be used to bind to pets, and then call them to you. Pets, mounts, things like that. Like, say I travel way away from an area, crossing oceans and stuff, and I need to get some more, I need to get back to somewhere in a hurry over land. Or if I need to cross oceans and stuff, but I don't want to have to use boats. I could have a horn tied to a happy ghast, summon it, and then have it carry me home. These are free ideas for anybody who wants to try and make something out of them, by the by. Whether it be Mojang officially adding something of that nature, or the modding community making something with that feature included, by all means. I think the meme kind of fits here. It's free real estate. I really don't understand why that meme is so popular. Eventually I may do that, or there's already been a kind of an agreement between myself and Ryan that if we can ever set up something as a kind of an SMP, we're going to end up doing it. I will say that putting mod packs together is relatively simple at the most basic level. But modding itself, you gotta know some code. And sadly, I don't, or I'd be doing it. But I will learn one day, and then I will make some of the ideas that I have in my head become reality. Inside my world, some of my dreams will become realities, and some of reality will become as dreams. Yes, that's a quote, if anyone's curious. If you don't know what it's a quote from, then I am very sorry. You have not seen a certain very good classic movie. Not going to name it right now, but it is a good movie. And if you can ever find out what it is, you should go see it. Yeah. Making a mod that's fresh, that's a pain in the neck. Alrighty, Ryan. Alrighty. See you when you come back. The Podzol that was over here was starting to bug me. Easiest way to get rid of Podzol: turn it into path, and then use a hoe to turn that path into soil. And the tilled soil, if you don't use water to hydrate it, will inevitably break down. And then you'll be all good. Oh, I've done that before. On an old world, I had an automatic crop farm. It was based in villagers, and it was quite satisfying to know that I had made it work. But they're a pain to prepare, because you've got to do certain things in certain ways to make them work. Especially if you want to stack them vertically, which I recommend doing, because then you get a lot more bang for the buck in the space that you're sacrificing to set up the farm. I'm trying to think, what are some things that I need around here? I need to finally make that 5th beacon. Got a beacon that I need to build. It's not going to have the actual beacon pyramid beam thing. No, that's not... I don't have anything for doing that yet. Can't do that yet. But eventually I might be able to do that. Need to find some cobble. I want to make some more stone. Do I need to make stone from this stuff? Maybe not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ah, I see. I see. Well, welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back. Eventually I gotta get efficiency 4 on another shovel and add it to this one so I can perfect it. There's a lot of things I've got to eventually do. Ah, I see, I see. I see, Ryan. I see, says a blind man to a deaf gentleman. I also need to gather up all the redstone components that I've got scattered all over the place. Rails included. Because there's a bunch, and I need them corralled. It'd be good to have them in a central place. Whoop! Whoop! Wahoo! Yes, I just made that sound. There's no reason that I cannot. Where's that copper chest that I was handling earlier? There it is. Whoops. Give me that. A waxed copper chest. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down in the vault so that I can start getting more stuff pooled together. One thing I've come to realize is I'm going to have to put a copper chest over here so that the copper golems are more likely to... Any copper golem that I put in up here is more likely to go along this way rather than going along this way. Because I've set this machine up so that I've got 9 chests filtering items down into the vault. And over here is a 10th chest that sends other items down to the vault that do not have a chest among these 9. If it's not one of the 9, then it goes in the generic chest and gets sent downwards. Which chest? Which chest looks like a baked bean? This one? copper one. Hang on, let me go look at that. How does it look like it? I can see it in the color. I can kind of see it being thought of like that from the color. Oh my gosh. I am going to be groaning and cringing. Yikes. How did gold ingots get through the system? I know... Well, actually, no. I know how they're getting through. I sent them through like that. That's my first thought. Well, thank you, Aura. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get this system running so that we can process some more of the materials. Yeah, there we go. This machine is set up so that it will convert all the ingots, diamonds, emeralds, redstone dust and stuff like that into block form as much as possible. That way it all gets sent down to the vault in the most compacted form it can be. But if any ingots get accidentally converted to nuggets, as has happened, then those nuggets will be brought down here, and eventually I'll have systems set up so that they come over here to these chests and get compacted into ingots. Oh, Ryan. You are a riot. Yeah, especially if they're chicken. If it were chicken nuggets, I would agree. Chicken nuggets. If only I could find good quality ones anymore. Unfortunately, that's a pain in the neck to do. A lot of places you go looking for chicken nuggets these days among fast food, and what do you find? Some with the texture and taste of black cardboard. I'd say copper isn't necessarily useless now, but it's still not likely to be used by many people. I mean, with the newest update that's added stuff for copper, we have the ability to make copper armor and tools, but I don't see many people bothering. I figure most people are going to end up skipping straight into iron rather than bother with copper. But it's good to have. Speaking of updates, I'm really looking forward to when they do the Mounts of Mayhem update. I've said it before, but I will keep saying it. The Mounts of Mayhem update is looking awesome. Positively, absolutely, undeniably awesome. And I'm looking forward to making use of the spear. The spear is going to be the pinnacle of combat for me in Bedrock Edition. I'll be using it like crazy in Bedrock Edition. Probably also in Java, but mostly in Bedrock, because let's be real. We've needed a weapon that can hit groups for ages. And unfortunately, until the spear, Bedrock Edition hasn't had something like that. Why would I do that? Why would I name a wolf Spider-Man? Great, now I've got the theme of that character in my head. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Now that would be kind of cool, Ryan. That would be kind of cool. To be able to craft a placeable Christmas dinner. Or items that can make up a Christmas dinner. Like mashed or baked potatoes. Stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that could be counted as Christmas dinner food. Being able to craft that stuff up, even just as decoration, would be nice. Funny, Adam. Funny. Welcome, by the way. Turkeys in Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I wish that the game would check your system clock. Would check the date on your system and change stuff in the game based on the time of year. But then other times I think that may not be such a great idea. You have mangrove. He has mangrove. I do? Oh wow, I do. How do I have that many Oh hey, thank you everybody. To everybody who's watching, thank you. Wow. Wow. I sound like Luigi. Wow. I do. I sound like I sound like I'm Luigi. Just caught off guard by something. Wow. 'Cause I am. You people are awesome. Have I said that lately? 'Cause you are. Every single one of you. And if somehow you guys find this channel to be worth your time, hey, subscribe, people. I keep doing stuff like this. Chill survival and chat is pretty much the backbone of the channel. Chill gaming and chill chat, that's the backbone of the whole channel. That's the way of Guardian Studios. No matter what else is happening. Okay, that save icon has been in the corner for a little while now. It's kind of got me a little concerned. Oh, Ryan, that's funny. But I mean, it would help me out a lot if you guys could leave likes and subscribe. Especially subscribe. Seriously, that's one of the big things that the algorithm looks for. So please leave likes and subscribe. Please. Please. Great, now I'm sounding like that cat in Stuart Little. Not Snowbell, the other cat, his friend. Well, he thinks he's his friend. Yeah, wow, the number is going up. Whew, mama. Mamma mia! That's so nice. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. That's my best classic Mario impression. Well, not my very best. I'm not sure if it's necessarily my very best impression, but is my impression. Alright, I'm looking for one of you, actually. Take the sticks. Give me emeralds. I've got a wandering trader at my base that'll trade me mangrove. Oi, you! You can take the rest of these. Just give me the emeralds. Thank you. Hey, you. Toolsmith. Have some iron, dude. You need more iron in your diet. Oh, I've tried doing speedruns for personal best time. That's where I learned how much I despise the Nether. I kept dying in the Nether. Out of everything in the game, the Nether, in and of itself, is basically the bane of my existence. Exactly, Adam, exactly. That's why I want to get back to the base with these emeralds and trade them to the Wandering Trader, because he's selling mangrove. If I can buy mangrove from him, I'd rather do that. Honestly, it's part of why sometimes I wish there was a villager tradesman we could get that would trade us different kinds of wood. That way we can have a permanent wood purchasing option. Like, if there's a wood type you really have a hard time getting, you can set one of those guys up, have him cycle him until he sells the wood you're after, and then, boom. Yeah, like a lumberjack. Oh, that would be amazing, Aura. That would be amazing. That many viewers on one stream? Hey, that would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would love that. So hey, here's hoping. If you guys enjoy the channel, if you enjoy the stream, don't forget to share it. Please. Pretty please. With cake and ice cream. Ooh, cake and ice cream. That actually sounds pretty good, right? No, J-Guard. No, you do not need that stuff right now. You don't need that stuff right now, Jay. But it would be so tasty. I'm gonna have to get myself something sweet after this is done. When I go to conclude the stream, I'm definitely gonna have to go get myself something sweet. I don't know what, but something. Now, where is the moron? I think that's him over there. It's either him or another one of his kind. Oi, you! Are you the guy selling? Yes, you are. Take my money. Oh, he'll only sell me half a stack? Are you kidding me? You cheapskate. Why can't you... Why would you take more of my emeralds? I actually want to give you my emeralds. Thankfully, I don't need to buy any mangrove propagules from you. I'm half tempted to go ahead and knock him out now. Because I don't have any use for him now that I've taken the trade that he provides. Because, unfortunately, wandering traders do not refresh their trades. They have to disappear, and then a new one spawns in. And you gotta play the game of roulette to know if it's gonna be a good one. As in, one that sells anything worth a darn. Spoiler alert, it's almost never worth a darn. And it's certainly never worth the price they ask. Unless it's mangrove. Mangrove wood, it's worth the price. Because then you don't have to farm it your own darn self. I just got a sudden inkling. A sudden urge to check on the goats. How are the goats doing? No, you're not getting out. One of them just headbutted his buddy. Oh! What'd you give me? What horn did you give me, friend? Ponder again? Sweet! Pardon me. But Ponder... I am so glad that it was Ponder. I'd like to get more variety in these goat horns, but still... Ponder is really, really good. Ponder is my favorite one. I'd like to get the one that kind of responds to it. But I will gladly take another Ponder any day of the week. Do I have somewhere around here where I'm storing glass? No. But I should. I should set something like that up. Somewhere where I can store glass specifically. Because it'd be good to be able to stock up on that. And once again, I must ask, why is it we can't use a horn to summon a mount that we have bonded to it? That would make so much stinking sense. It'd give horns more uses. I still say one day there should be a thing where we can get somebody gets a whole bunch of people together and they form armies in a big turf war or something. All in good fun, of course, but horns get used as the signals, advance or retreat, or if someone blows a specific horn, it's a sign of victory or something. I don't know. I just get that idea sometimes. Can you imagine if this thing could actually sail the seas? Bedrock Edition add-on makers. Make it possible, please. Make it so that we can make ships like this actually sail on the sea. Even if they have to follow a specific predetermined path that you somehow assign it. I'm good with that. I'd have this thing sailing back and forth all the way around the sea. Just following the coastline if I had to. And I'd even make it a brother ship. Brother ship. Oh gosh, gaming reference. I'd make another ship to serve the same kind of purpose. I wouldn't want to depend on AI for anything like that, but who knows? With how much people are pushing for AI to be involved in a lot more stuff, maybe something like that will happen one day. Personally, I don't really care so much for AI. It's cool that AI is advancing. Don't get me wrong. That AI technology is advancing as much as it is. That's cool, and it's nice that it can help streamline certain processes and things like that, but I, for one, don't intend to ever depend on it for a whole lot, if I can avoid it. It is useful, but nothing can beat the satisfaction of doing something yourself. But, eh. Who knows? Alright, so let me think. What else do I need to do before my night is done? I don't know. There is so much I could do, but so little I know whether to do it or not. And there's still a lot of materials that I've got to actually corral and figure out where they all are. Oh, that's nether brick. Okay. Eventually, I probably have to go back to... You know what? Let's go to the nether for a second and go down to the nether mine. I need to see if I have any materials down there that I should bring back here to the overworld. Quartz or anything like that. Who knows? There might be some more debris there being stored away that I hadn't realized was there. Let's go find out. I'm gonna open up the doors so that when I go to come back, I have an easy time doing it. I just really hope piglins can't open doors. That would complicate things if they could. Alright, what do we got? Where is the valuable stuff? Well, here's some valuable stuff. Iron nuggets? Yeah, I'll grab that. No. Wow. I apparently haven't done... Oh, I haven't really done any strip mining down here to speak of, have I? No, I haven't. I just dug the big tunnel. That's what it is. I dug the big tunnels going each direction, and then I stopped at one point. I haven't really done much strip mining because I didn't end up needing to. I got all the ancient debris that I was going to need for a while, and I got it a while ago. Aha, look at this. I started leaving chests along the path so I could drop off resources, because I figured I'd come back later and move them. It shows that didn't happen. I should probably move all these things back to the hub of the nether mine. Yeah, that can be very satisfying. I agree on that, Adam. It's very fun to dig out a tunnel and style it up nice. When you can do that, I mean. Man, I did not realize this was so long. Yeah, making builds, even the simple stuff, aesthetically pleasing is always fun to do. I'll tell you something else that's super satisfying. When you have exactly enough resources to finish a build that you start. That mental sensation, that feeling in the head when you're getting close to running out of items, you're not quite sure if you're going to have enough, you're not quite sure if it's going to be all you need to finish the build, and then you put in that last block, and you realize with elation and relief, oh, it's done. That to me is a very, very satisfying feeling. I am starting to realize that I was going to make a rail line in here. I have a feeling it's quite long. Possibly 1,000 blocks. I don't know that for sure, though. Take that with a grain of salt. But I have a feeling it's about 1,000 blocks. And I think this was part of why I ended up making my gold farm, because I realized I was going to need powered rails to make this, to make a rail line through here so that I could get to and fro much faster. Traveling through the nether from point A in the overworld to point B in the overworld, where the portals link up to, is super fast. Traveling through the nether on foot is not fast. Ooh, there's some blocks left here. Oh, I must have broken a chest here. I'll bet you that's what happened in this spot. I broke a chest and was meaning to come back and scoop up the items. Yeah, see, we're coming to the end of where I've dug. Yeah, I think this is about 1,000 blocks. Yeah, I definitely need to gather up some powered rails and some regular rails and make this work. Make this work as an actual tunnel I can be transported through back and forth. I did not realize that this tunnel was so long, or I wouldn't have come down it this time. Well, time to march back. I was thinking coming in the nether that there might be some quartz back in those chests at the hub that I could scoop up. Not so much. I'm gonna go ahead and pluck up some of these resources though and take them back with me. Wow. Okay, that actually sounds really cool, Adam. Nice. Oh yeah, I know you can travel faster in the you can travel faster in tunnels like this by jumping. Problem is that eats through the hunger meter pretty fast. Well, usually it does. Yeah, see, once your hunger starts going down, it eats through it quick. I had another idea for a way to make it so I can get through here a little quicker. A mount. I could bring a pig with a saddle in here and use a carrot on a stick to guide him back and forth along the tunnel to be a little quicker. But I don't know if that'd really be all that fast. It'd be a lot simpler than having to work with rails, though. I will say that much. Rails, it's going to take a long time to put in all the rails to make this work. Because first you got to go through the regular rails, and then you got to put in the powered rails. Unless you just do nothing but powered rails. Which you could kind of do, but it would take a lot of time to farm up all that gold and redstone. Because the redstone, unfortunately, right now, I have to go mine for it. Or I have to go hunting witches at night. Which is super slow because I don't have access to a witch hut. Oh, I've done ice boat traveling in the overworld before. That took forever to build. I made an ice bridge from one part of my world to another. It took a while to do. But it would be a lot faster than rails. That much is certain. So I don't know. I may end up doing something like that. I do think that eventually these tunnels are going to serve as both strip mines and as a means of accessing different parts of my world in a hurry as I branch out to different regions. Because eventually I want to build a base in several different kinds of regions. Different bases for different areas. But we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. One thing that I know for sure I want to do is make it so that I can travel from any one point to any other point in a hurry. So that I can go wherever I want to go out of anywhere that I can go or have gone relatively smoothly. Yes, it is. Climbing stairs is satisfying. Not having to jump, I think, is part of the reason why it is so satisfying. Not having to jump to climb every block's worth of space. I tell you, that gets annoying fast. Alright, the automatic chicken cooker is still going strong. Yes, I've got an automatic chicken cooker under my kitchen here. I'll actually show it to you guys real quick. See, down under the kitchen, I've got, first, super smelting, specifically for food, and, I guess, kelp, which actually kelp is technically a food in this game, so I guess it still fits. But if you go even deeper down, way, way deeper down, I think you can hear it. The automatic chicken machine. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a jam. Ooh, that's not good. Hang on. Yeah, this machine is here specifically to make it so that I always have some kind of food in the form of cooked chicken. But as you can hear, chickens are loud and obnoxious, especially in larger numbers. So, yeah, I keep them buried deep under deep under the base. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Steve's lava chicken got nothing on the Guardian lava chicken. Because at least with Guardian's lava chicken, we got a ton of it. Not that it is any different from regular cooked chicken. But we got a ton of it. And it's always fresh. Of course, you're never going to get me to part with this particular chicken right here. This is Rocky. We don't cook him. Does it? Huh. Not intentional. I'm kind of wondering if that egg is going to spawn any chicks. Oh my gosh, it did! Oh my gosh, it actually did spawn. It actually did spawn in a baby chicken. It had to have. It landed over here and spawned one in. That is so funny. I was kind of expecting the egg to go into the water and for the chick to have to float up to the surface, but that was still pretty satisfying. Coming over here to see that little chicken running around, that was kind of cool. That was pretty cool. Man, I've got so many bones. But that's got to do with the mob grinders that I've made in the past. Ow. I love my base. The one part of the base I'm not too fond of, honestly, is the guest house. But I think that's only because of these carpets. I put these in to mark the path to each of the 6 color-coded rooms. And I feel like I shouldn't have done that. I feel like it just it just takes away from the feeling of these hallways. And I've still got to build up the kitchen and dining area, not to mention the living room. Eventually, I've got to put in a fireplace or something. But I'll be honest, I am kind of feeling like it might be nearly time to go find another area to build in and start up a new base project. Don't get me wrong, Hobbit's Cape is awesome. Nothing is going to make me not love this area. It is very scenic. It's very cozy. The house and guest house are delightfully comfortable, but it would be good to travel out to another area and build another kind of a base. Even if what I do is travel out to a wider open sea and build an underwater base of some kind. Actually, I had briefly thought at one point about doing a base in a Guardian, in an ocean monument, and have a built-in Guardian farm. But I thought better of it. I'm not ready to do that yet. Dealing with the Elder Guardians is not something I'm particularly fond of having to do. But eventually we will have to do something like that. If for no other reason than to be able to say that we've done it on this world. That is true, Adam. That is true. Having an underwater base would be pretty cool for when the Mounts of Mayhem thing comes out. Which, again, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Nautilus and the Spear. I'm looking forward to all the upcoming features, really. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be very awesome. But I'm afraid that's all the time I have for this session, everybody. I'd love to keep going, but it is getting late. I need to get some sleep tonight. And I've got a couple of things I want to do before I go to sleep tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off by saying thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content and ways to support the channel. Share the channel with your friends who think they might enjoy the content too. And, of course, make sure to turn on notifications by giving that notification bell a good old smack. Give it a firm click so that you don't miss the next stream or video. And with that being said, thank you once again for watching. Pardon me. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see you all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!